In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to respond from a healthy masculine energy to a woman that you actually like, who you've been exchanging text messages or DMs with consistently, but then she's slow. So let's hop into it, shall we? Now, let's set this up. You meet this woman online through a dating app, or maybe you happen to meet her in person and you actually get her number and you two start texting. Things get, interesting. Questions are being answered. You're flirting, you're creating polarity, that sensual tension, that dance between masculine and feminine. You're having a good time. Maybe a week or two go by and you're getting closer. You're starting to talk more and communicate more throughout the day. Maybe you even had a phone call here or there. But then suddenly she pulls back the communication. She starts to text less. Maybe you even don't hear from her within over 24 hours, maybe over 48 hours. What are you thinking now? Are you panicking? What is going through your head at this point? Maybe you're talking to other women, but this one stands out from the rest, and you really want to take the next step, ask her out on a date, but now she's gone. Not really ghosted, not long enough to be ghosted, but she's pulled back the communication. What do you do? Here's 3 situations of how you can respond. I'm not going to give you the exact words because you are your own man. If you take the exact words that I'm giving to you, it's not coming from you. It's not coming from your healthy masculine energy. I don't teach like that. I want you to think for yourself. Be a thinker. Be a man who can think on his toes. Be a man who can respond versus react. Number 1, you can text her with a little humor, something a bit funny that will make her smile, something that's you're not trying to be somebody else, but like I said, when she sees it, that will make her smile and maybe spark something within her to respond to you, to get back to you. Never know what happened on the other side. That's why we don't want to assume. She could have had an emergency. Maybe she got really piled up with work. Maybe she had to go out of town suddenly. Look, maybe she got interested in somebody else and was talking to multiple men, and somebody else took her attention. You never know, but you don't want to assume and then get fueled up with anger or resentment or start projecting onto her. Number 2, you can be honest and respond, or maybe even call and be like, hey, you were in my thoughts. I'm just thinking about you. I just want to make sure you're okay physically. I got used to talking to you more consistently and I really enjoyed myself, but I just want to make sure you're okay. So give me a call back or respond, when you can. Casual, non-attached, confident, healthy, masculine. That is, a little inkling of, I'm thinking about you. Respond when you can, but not overly dramatic or overly attached or anxious. You're not in scarcity around whether or not she's going to get back to you. And then number 3, you can take more of a laid back approach. You can see and wait for her to reach out to you. Maybe something happened, like I said, an emergency, something with her family, friends. You never know what role she's playing in her life. You're still getting to know her, but she knows that you made an impression on her and she doesn't want to completely lose the connection. You pull back a little bit to give her some space to actually respond to you. Now, some women may not like this because feminine women were used to men taking the lead and being responsive and maybe all taking that first step and leading in the text messages and the conversation. But certain situations that come up in life that are unpredictable, like this one. You met somebody you like, you started to connect, and then boom, there was a bit of a disconnection. What do you do? I wouldn't wait too long, but see what happens. Give her a little bit of space. What you don't want to do is go off on her, get mad, be highly reactive, start projecting and sending all these crazy messages. This actually happened to me on Instagram with a man I actually was not attracted to and not interested in, who found me because he knew I was an attraction empowerment coach and was interested in my work and wanted to ask me a few questions. I responded to him because his singular way of thinking actually kept me curious, that I wanted to give him a new perspective on things, because he assumed I was this way and that way as a woman and as a coach because of my astrology sign. It made no sense. But I answered a few of his questions. He did let me know a bit that he was attracted to me, but I kept it really professional. I didn't give him any instance that I was attracted to him at all. No flirting, nothing. Just being a nice person, being a responsive human being, trying to dive in deeper to see if I could understand him and the type of man he was. Needless to say, I went on and started working, did my own thing, was not really responsive, and then he snapped and went off. The point and the moral of this story is, don't do that. A woman will instantly close up and close her heart if you start to go off in the text messages and project your trauma and your unhealed pain and things from your past onto her, because you're reacting to something that was beyond your control. And now, because you're mad that she's acting out of order of what you were used to, her being responsive to you. If this made sense to you or you implemented any of this, drop your comments below. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Engage in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I showed you here. And most of all, if you don't know who I am, I'm Joy Rochelle. I'm an attraction empowerment coach. And if you want to know more about the channel, you're welcome to watch my trailer video that is right at the top homepage of my channel. I'll try to hook it here if I can. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Ciao.